Hello and welcome to Clearview Television. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja.
Listen to this truth. We are growing by the day, and our viewership keeps growing on our different platforms. We are inviting you to advertise your goods and services with us at incredibly low rates. And do you have news for us? Script or video, please contact us through our email address clearviewnewsroom@gmail.com or WhatsApp line 080 650 30300. Again, 080 650 30300. Welcome on board.
I am Nkiru Oguli. Welcome. The Christian Solidarity Worldwide Nigeria has demanded justice for Ruth Nglada Apogu and Hassana Adamu, two of the students of the Government Girls Secondary School Chibok, BENUE State, recently freed from Boko Haram captivity. The two girls who have given birth to two children each returned home with their captors who paraded themselves as their husbands after 7 years in captivity. They were among the 276 female students abducted when terrorists invaded their school in April of 2014. The Christian body, in a statement by Ruben Buhari, its research and press officer, said the violators of the girls who paraded themselves as their husbands must be brought to justice. The statement said the terrorists who raped and forcefully married the girls should not be allowed to escape justice. Buhari said the Nigerian government might continue with its de-radicalization program with the worrying terminology of repentant terrorists, noting, however, that Nigeria was governed by laws and the law must take its course. The statement also called on the federal government to take full responsibility of rehabilitating the freed girls. Buhari frowned at the careless use of the terminology husband in describing those that forced themselves on the girls and eventually shared children with them. Protests rocked Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on Wednesday after a teenager was allegedly shot in the early hours of the day by Amotekun operatives. Angry protesters brought the corpse of the 16-year-old boy to the state secretariat as they demanded justice.
Activities were brought to a halt on Wednesday as the protest went on. According to protesters, the teenager worked for a printing press around the Makola area of Ibadan, where late-night printing usually takes place. The boy was reportedly on his way to buy food around 2 a.m. when he was shot allegedly by the Amotekun operatives. Despite the allegation that the boy was mowed down by operatives of Amotekun, the Oyo State commander of the state-owned security outfit, Adeyanju Olayinka, has denied the involvement of his operatives. According to Olayinka, a retired colonel, his men were at different areas in Shango responding to a distress call around the time the incident reportedly took place. He asked members of the public who have evidence of the incident and the involvement of the Amotekun officers to come forward with such, promising that justice will be done.
Categorically, I'm telling you on my honor that Amotekun has nothing to do with the incident in Makola. I want to even tell you one thing. The area where this thing happened, there is a policeman guarding particular area. There are policemen guarding the Lotto house around that area. There are other security personnel around that side, private security. Find out from them if Amotekun vehicle was seen in that area. If there's any evidence implicating any of my operatives, I assure you, we will not spare them.
Though the protesting youths were later calmed down to allow for proper investigation into the sad incident, the worry is, will the Southwest security outfit, Amotekun, be allowed to go the same way of some government security agencies that often resort to extrajudicial killings under the guise of keeping the peace? Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview Television.
The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, TIMIPRE SYLVA, has assured that no job will be lost in the nation's petroleum sector following the signing of the Petroleum Industry Bill into law. President Muhammadu Buhari had on Monday signed the bill, thus providing a legal governance, a regulatory and fiscal framework for the Nigerian petroleum industry, the development of host communities, and related matters. Although there were fears in some quarters over the fate of workers in the petroleum sector, the minister says the move will instead create more jobs. The minister said he believes the workers have more to gain since the government does not pay as much as the private sector, while noting that the commercialization of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) will be beneficial to the workers. Sylva explained that the move will not create any problems. And to Benue State now, the governor, Samuel Ortom, has criticized or dismissed critics who are attempting to politicize the recent privatization of moribund state-owned enterprises. The governor said the implementation of the privatization plan by his administration is based on well-informed decision and backed by law passed by the State House of Assembly and assented to before he came into office.
All these things are captured in this law that was enacted in Makurdi here, October 2010. I was not governor when this thing was captured. Government is a continuum. So if I met a policy that we felt that can help and we are continuing, what is wrong about it? Can anybody justify what narrative they are trying to say?
Governor Ortom accused members of the opposition for leading the sudden social media campaign against the privatization policy to cover up their ineptitude and lack of leadership, having failed woefully to meet the yearnings of Nigerians.
The insinuation and the negative narrative being created by opposition parties to try to douse tension on the abysmal performance of the APC government and the recent massive decamping of APC members to the PDP are giving rise to criticize everything.
And on the foreign scene, Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry says his country is on its knees after more than 2,000 people were killed in Saturday's earthquake. Henry said Haiti was physically and mentally devastated. More than 12,000 people have been left injured and 332 are still missing after the 7.2 magnitude quake. There were further tremors late on Wednesday, causing many to rush from their places of shelter into the streets. Haitian officials estimate there are 600,000 people in need of emergency assistance. The delivery of aid has been further hampered by heavy rains brought this week by Tropical Storm Grace. The United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, says about 500,000 children have limited or no access to shelter, safe water, and food. UNICEF also warned that many schools had been destroyed 3 weeks before they were due to reopen. Children have been out of school for months at a time because of the COVID-19 pandemic, combined with security challenges. Aid agencies and rescue workers are also having to contend with armed gangs who have attacked convoys traveling the worst-hit areas.
These are his books. He had recently got them so he could start a new year of school. And now, he's gone. I wrap his shirt around my waist. It keeps me strong.
Do we have to scream for the government to hear us, this woman says, or is life over?
Do remember to like us on Facebook, Clearview Television. Follow us on Twitter at Clearview Online. Follow us on Instagram at ClearviewTV_NG. And also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Clearview TV. Thank you for watching. I am Nkiru Obuli.